Hello and welcome to Ellie's Garage. In this video, I will be attempting to restore the headlights on my 2008 Honda Accord. I will be using one of the Sylvania kits, and I will really be putting it to the test because my headlights are really bad. Now the first thing I'm going to do is wash the headlights and get all of the dirt and grime off. Next, I'm going to add some painter's tape around the headlight so I don't scratch my paint. Now that everything is all prepped, we can go ahead and get started with the restoration process. And the first step is to spray on the surface activator on both headlights and let it sit for about 30 seconds and then rinse it off. After you got it all rinsed off, we're going to wet sand with the 400 grit sandpaper. And I actually ended up cutting the sandpaper in half so that I could use one half on each headlight and keep it nice and even. And also make sure to keep adding water so that it doesn't dry out. When you're done, you should have a smooth headlight with a white haze. You don't want any yellowing or roughness. Now this headlight has some small little micro cracks, and also looks like it's gotten a little bit of moisture on the inside, so it'd be interesting to see how well it works. After you finish sanding with the 400 grit sandpaper, you're going to move on to the 1000 grit and sand for 5 minutes, and then move to the 2000 and sand for another 5 minutes, and these are both wet sands. Next, you're going to use the clarifying compound, and you're going to be using this on both headlights, so do about half of it. And you also want to make sure the headlight is wet for this step as well. And just sand it like you were before, and you're going to be doing this for about 5 minutes. And it's very important that you finish both headlights before moving on to the next step. Now we can go ahead and peel the tape off, and then we're going to want to clean both headlights thoroughly and make sure there's nothing in the cracks that will mess with the finish. After the headlights are clean, we're going to go ahead and use the surface activator from step 1 and spray that on for both headlights. And this is the last step using it, so you can go ahead and use it all. And just like before, we're going to let it sit for 30 seconds and then wash it off. And once you finish washing it off, you're going to want to make sure you dry it thoroughly. We don't want any moisture left behind. And now for my favorite part, adding the clear coat. And you're going to want to do a nice thick coat. And once you get it done, just leave it alone. Don't try and go back over it to touch up anything, because it'll probably just make it worse. And this clear coat takes about 4 to 6 hours to fully cure, so make sure you aren't touching it or driving it before then. And that's all there is to it. Now overall, I say it turned out pretty good. It's definitely a lot better than it was before. Not perfect, but really good improvement. Especially on this one over here, that didn't have as much as the little cracks or the moisture inside. So in short, it worked really well on clearing up the headlights and getting rid of all the yellowing, but it did not fix the little cracks or what's on the inside of the headlight, which makes sense. So overall, I'm very pleased with the outcome. And here's the before and after so you can really see the difference. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.